just the video looks bad for some reason.
Test, test, test. All right, that's rolling. Crowd mic. Roll it.
Bugs? No problem. Nasty road salt? No problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the nights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Okay. We are live. This is the boys JV game, the Royal Knights, taking on the Wahluke Warriors here in Royal City. Starters for the Knights are Gage Jenks, Gunnar Anderson, Dane Ziegler, Denton Jenks, and also Gunnar Anderson swinging JV and varsity this week, starting with the JV squad. 2-2 here early in the first minute. Jenks gets in the lane. Nice little floater. Shortage of officials, so we have locals doing our officiating for us today, including boys varsity head coach Ray Valet and boys baseball varsity coach Brandon Jenks. And a blocking foul on number 22, Nolasco. It's going to be his first team foul. Ziegler inbounds to Anderson. Gunnar gets in the lane without much trouble, gets an easy bucket. Give the Knights a 6-2 lead. Ramos with the ball out top to Nunez. Nunez back to Ramos. Gage Jenks defending. To Jorgensen up top. Swings it around. Back to Ramos in the lane. Tries to up and under move. Passes. Shot goes down. Gage Jenks with the rebound. He's going to kick it to his left to Ziegler. Back to Jenks. Does a nice job avoiding the defense. And another floater in the lane, which has become his specialty over the last few games. Jorgensen, defended by Delfo. Alasko back down to Jorgensen. Delfo on him. Post move. Up and in. First bucket for Andrew Jorgensen. Gunnar Anderson around baseline. Too easy of a bucket as he gets around Nolasco for his second bucket. Knights up early 10-4. Ramos out front. Nunez gets into the lane and gets it to roll from about 5 feet out. Delfo on the right wing, waiting for Denton Jenks to come across the lane. He does. Hook shot, a little heavy. Rebounded by the Warriors. No, ball still loose. Yeah, ultimately grabbed by Calvario. Some Ole defense by the Knights allows Nunez to pick up his second bucket. And the Warriors draw within 2. Near turnover on the Knights. Denton Jenks hustles to pick it up. Gunnar Anderson, 3-point from the right wing. Off the front of the rim. Falls back to him. And he follows up his own miss. Nunez with the deep shot. Bounces around, looked like it was going down, comes off. 24 with the follow-up, doesn't go. Back to Nunez. Ultimately, Gunnar Anderson secures the rebound. Gage Jenks in the lane, tries to wrap around pass. Miscommunication. Delfo stayed out at the 3-point line. Turnover on the Knights. Nolasco brings the ball up. Jorgensen with the deep 3, short off the rim. And long rebound by the Knights. Gage Jenks brings it up. Sets the offense. Ziegler down to Delfo. Delfo low right corner. Gets to Gunnar Anderson. Rolling. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot. Flat and out, but not a bad look. Fight for the rebound comes to the Warriors. And Nunez brings it up court. Three-point shot, not close by Ramos. Knights secure the rebound. Try to get the fast break to Delfo. Gets around Jorgensen. And a nice mid-range shot for Andon Delfo's first points. Knights extend their lead 14-8. Gunnar Anderson with the defense and also gets the rebound. He's bumped by Jorgensen, and they're going to call the blocking foul on 32 Jorgensen. That's going to be his first and second team foul, so the Knights will inbound the ball. Denton Jinks is going to come out of the game. He's going to be replaced by Carter Noftel, number 23. He'll go to guard. We'll see who goes to post for the Knights in this lineup. Gunnar Anderson brings the ball up. Down screens. Ziegler gets the ball down low to Andon Delfo. A little bit of a scramble. The Knights hold on to the ball. Noftel resets to Ziegler up top. Noftel up top. Pass inside to Jinks, roll into the basket, and they're going to get a foul call. Foul's going to be on 33. Torado. I'll do my best with pronunciations here. Noftel up top on the inbound play. Dribbles. Resets to Ziegler. Gunnar Anderson coming across the top. Jinks on the wing. Knights rotating the ball outside. Andon Delfo with the three-point shot. That comes off the rim. Good block out by Jorgensen allows Nunez for the Warriors to pick up the ball. 22 with a deep three. And that's the second one that's rolled around and popped back out for the Warriors. So rim not friendly. Noftel down to Jinks in the lane. Jinks kicks it back out to Noftel for an open three-point look. And that comes heavy off the rim. Hits the standard out of bounds. Ball to the Warriors. Velasco going to bring the ball up. Jorgensen. Into the lane. Another one comes out. Ziegler with the rebound. But the Warrior defense is back and set up, so they'll set up into their man defense. Knights trying to get to Delfo, instead knocked loose, but picked up by Noftel to preserve the possession. Ziegler to Delfo. Some screen rotation here around the outside edge. Noftel. To Ziegler. Ziegler to Jenks. Jenks gets in to the top of the key, kicks it out. Ball rotation. No shot clock. We're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on 22. Nolasco, it's going to be his second. Fourth team foul. The Knights yet to have been called for a foul. Confused on the inbound there, but they get it into Jenks. Turnover. Ball goes to the Warriors. Minute left in the first quarter. Jorgensen gets around Delfo. Good help defense by Anderson. Deep three comes off the back rim, rebounded by Ziegler. And he's accosted by Nolasco. Ball, ultimately, Ziegler maintains possession of it. Does a good job to not dribble into the trap. Gage Jinks up top. Gets into the lane, kicks it back out. Ziegler with the look. Quick hands by Nolasco. Ultimately results in a turnover. Are we going to get a foul call, or are we just going to get the officials? Okay, there's going to be a foul on 22 Black. That should be his third. And also Ziegler is going to pick up his first. Jorgensen, right wing, guarded by Delfo. Tries to get into the lane. Well defended. Into the game, Arazo. Gunnar Anderson with solid defense, but he's going to get called for the foul. Driving to the lane was Torado, number 33. He's going to shoot a couple free throws. Foul's going to be on number 8, Gunnar Anderson, his first. First free throw. Looks good. A little flat. Comes off. He'll get a second here with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. The Knights with a 6-point lead. That one comes off also, but a deep rebound ends up going to the Warriors. Jorgensen. Oh. This handle pass, you're going to get a foul on number 10, Gage Jenks up top, trying to harass Madrigal with the ball. Jorgensen gets into the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Gunnar Anderson. That's going to be his second team foul. It's going to send Jorgensen to the line to shoot 2. They've been at the free throw line a few times here in the closing minute of the first quarter. And haven't been able to convert the way they would like to, for sure. Jorgensen will get a second. This is Andrew Jorgensen, the freshman. That one does go down. 10 seconds. See if the Knights can get off a shot here. Down to 6. Gage Jenks going to wind it around, try to use that screen, get the shot up, and he's going to get pushed. He's going to get 2 shots. The foul, I believe, is going to be on number 10. 6-team foul. Number 10 is Orazo. Gage Jenks at the line. 2 seconds left in the quarter. First one rolls around and in, giving Gage his 5th point, looking for his 6th point here in the first quarter. That one goes down as well. Knights up by 7, 2 seconds left. Shot goes up, deflected by Jenks, and that's how we're going to end this first quarter with the Knights with a 16-9 lead. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service. For tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
Okay, we're back here to start the second quarter. Again, the Knights with a 16-9 lead. 6 of those 16 points belong to Gage Jenks, and 6 more of them belong to Gunnar Anderson. And in Delfaux, the only other Knight to have scored. For the Warriors, Nunez has 4, Jorgensen 3, and Nolasco with 2. Into the game for the Knights. Start the second quarter. Denton Jenks, Bennett Brown, who swings with the C squad, Gage Jenks, Andon Delfaux, and for the first time of the season, Dylan Allred, number 5, into the game for the Knights. He's been away from the team for the first 5 games, but he's getting his first action of the season right now. Brown up top to Jenks. Jenks with Allred rolling to the basket. The floater comes a little huff heavy. Rebounded by Tirado. Tirado gets the ball to Orazo. Orazo sets the offense. 3-point shot, number 11. That comes up air ball, but Tirado gets the rebound for the Warriors. Can't get that basket to go. Fight down low. Bennett Brown pulls it away. And actually it's going to be a jump ball called. It's going to be Wahluke's ball on the change of possession. Inbounding under their own basket. Have to get it up high, and then Delfaux gets beat to the bucket, but the shot comes off. Bennett Brown with the easy rebound underneath. Jenks throws it to Denton Jenks, his cousin. Ill-advised pass, and Delfaux has it knocked away by Lugo into the game for the Warriors. Delfaux to Allred. Allred left wing, gets it to Brown up top. Rotating around the outside, cut to the basket. Delfaux, a little bit of an arm bar holds him out, but he loses the ball. Number 33, Bennett Brown goes down and the defense, and shot comes up short. Rebounded by the Warriors by Madrigal. We're going to get a foul. I believe that's going to be on number 12, Bennett Brown. 15 foul for the Knights. Inbound. Good position. Can't get it to go. Going to get another foul right in a row on Bennett. It's going to be the 16th foul, but they're going to say it's a shooting foul. And Delfaux's going to come out of the game, replaced by Dane Ziegler. So for the Knights, it's Denton Jenks, Gage Jenks, Dane Ziegler, Dylan Allred, and Bennett Brown. For the Warriors, it's Tirado, Arazo, Madrigal, Perez, and Lugo. 16-10, one free throw goes down. Scramble for the ball. Two Warriors both trying to get to it. They are able to save it. Up and under move, but Allred stays with it. Oh, got an open man underneath. That's Arazo, and he's able to put in the easy layup. The Knights, a little confusion on their defense there. Dylan Allred brings it down the right side. Hands it off to Gage Jenks. Gage up top. To Bennett Brown. Bennett Brown down low. Gathers for an easy bucket. His first bucket of the game. Giving the Knights 18, maintaining that 6-point lead. Pretty quick getting to the basket there, number 40. Lugo, they're going to say it was on the ground, but it's a 1-and-1, so they'll shoot two. Lugo will go to the line. Foul's going to be on number 33, Denton Jenks. Yeah, there we go. Little confusion there. Officials putting the wrong guy to the line. It's going to be Lugo shooting the 1-and-1. First shot goes in. Second one comes out. We're going to get a lane violation on the shooter, Lugo. That's inbound. It's going to be a 1-3-1 press or a man press. No, 1-3-1 press here. And it's successful as Arazo ends up with picking off the pass. Ball inside. Nice drop to the baseline and a reverse layup that comes off for number 23, Perez. Dylan Allred brings the ball up for the Knights. Gets down to the corner to Ziegler. Ziegler back up to the top. Gage Jenks gets in the lane, floats. I believe the foul is going to be on 23. It's going to be the 7th. Team foul, both teams with 17 fouls. Jenks at the line. First one comes off. After 6 points in the first quarter, looking for his first points here in the second quarter. Delfaux to come in for Bennett Brown. for the Knights. A couple substitutions as well. Jorgensen back in and Nunez back in for the Warriors. Jenks with his second free throw. That one's strong too, but Delfaux pulls down the rebound for the Knights and ultimately controls the loose ball. Jenks up top, sets his feet, looks for the three, thinks better of it, gets it to Detton Jenks. Detton gets down low, turns to the basket over Jorgensen and puts it in. Jorgensen with the deep three off the front of the rim, long rebound, and it's going to be saved off of Delfaux. Good hustle by the lanky Calvario to get to it and throw it off of Delfaux, preserve the possession for the Warriors. Nice roll of the basket, but Gage Jenks gets a hand on it. Jorgensen comes up with the loose ball. Another three-point shot. That one's going to come off short as well. Delfaux with the rebound. Missed the chance to get it to Allred on the fast break, so they'll reset. Delfaux needs to get it to a guard. Jenks. Jenks has the ball up top. Defended by Perez. Allred, the wing, down to Jenks. Jenks has his shot blocked by Calvario. Going to be a turnover here on the pass that goes out of bounds. The Warriors fail to cross the half-court line. Errant throw. Knights lead 20-13. Noftel into the game, replacing Detton Jenks. Dane Ziegler with the deep three. That's no good. Jorgensen with the rebound. 4 minutes left. Lead pass. Good look and good conversion by Perez. 5-point lead for the Knights. Jorgensen bats the ball, the pass away. Allred's pass. Goes out of bounds, though. Stay with Royal. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Gage Jenks with the ball up top. Down to Allred. Noftel up top. Swings it to Ziegler on the right wing. Back up to Allred up top. Gage Jenks looks to get in the lane. Kicks it to Noftel. Noftel tries to get the ball inside. Pulls it out. Dylan Allred. Shot clock went off, but the ball did hit the rim. But a rebound by Jorgensen for the Warriors, so it doesn't matter. Ball in the corner. Not very well defended, and then no block out. Calvario ends up with the putback bucket. The Knights only lead by 3. Gage Jenks beats his man into the lane. Floater bounces around and off. Rebounded by Nunez. 3-point attempt comes off. But the hustle by Perez gets his own miss on the deep rebound. He's got the ball up top. Knights in a man defense. Trying to get down. Jorgensen defended by Delfaux and gets himself caught too far underneath the basket. Kick out to Perez, and the three-point shot is down. Tied up after the Knights had a 8-point lead at one point, and there's going to be the game gets tied up here 2 minutes 25 seconds until halftime. Knights will take the timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout as they look to regroup here a little bit. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with you. This is consistently a good rivalry the last few years between these two schools. They're not very far apart, just on the other side of the ridge. In fact, there was a time when the fathers and grandfathers of these players were attending Royal High School before Wahluke High School was built. Coming out of the timeout for the Knights on the court will be, let's see who it's going to be. Noftel and Brown, Delfaux, Allred, and Gage Jenks. It's almost started the possession with 4 players. Going to be a lazy press. Gage Jenks winds around, gets to the basket, gives the Knights the 2-point lead. Nobody stepped in front and helped on that. Ball in the corner. Three-point shot is up. Barely out. Rebounded by Bennett Brown. I believe the foul is going to be on Nunez. That'll be the 8th team foul. It'll be 1-1. I think it'll be Bennett Brown shooting those free throws. The chance to extend the lead for the Knights. First shot comes off. Rebounded by the Warriors. Out to Perez. Through the baseline. Three-point shot off, but offensive rebound by Jorgensen. Putback's no good. Delfo fights for the rebound. Turnover to the Knights. Jorgensen to Perez. Perez kicks it back to Nunez. Stutter step. Could have been called from traveling, but good drive to the bucket. Ties this game up with a minute and a half left until halftime. Knoftel underneath. Good find by Allred to find him, breaking, cutting to the basket. His first points of the game. Knights need a defensive stop here. Jorgensen gets to the lane. Help defense by Allred, but too late. And Jorgensen with his 4th and 5th points of the game. Allred right wing. Gets it to Knoftel. Out high, probing, back to Allred on the right wing. Allred down to Delfo, three-point shot. Short, Dylan Allred with a good offensive rebounding position on Perez and gets his first points not only of the game, but of the season. Jorgensen, Nunez at the free throw line, a little hard. And Bennett Brown doing good work down there right now, getting some rebounds for the Knights. 26 seconds left, about a second and a half left between difference between shot clock and game clock. Screen and roll. Gage Dinks gets the ball to the rim, but didn't look like he had a good grasp on the ball when it left his hand, so comes up a little long. Jorgensen, free throw line. Rotation to Nunez, three-point shot. That comes off. Knoftel with the rebound. They're going to call the foul. It's going to be on 21. And even though time was running down, it's going to be Knoftel at the line. Shooting the 1-and-1. Gets the first one to go. Only one on the court right now as we'll go to the break as soon as we get done. He hits them both. He has 4 points in the quarter and gives the Knights a 4-point lead at halftime. We're going to go to the halftime break. We'll come back when the teams come back out to warm up, give you some stats and recap a little bit. But until then, we will be back probably in about 8 minutes or so. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
Your day means getting from point A to point B, as in bank or ballet. G for gym, W for work. When what you drive needs tires or service, get to Point S, Tire and Auto, a trusted neighbor with the right tires for how and where you drive, and certified techs to take care of what you drive. So you get to all the points in your day and home again safely. Get to the point. Point S Tire and Auto Service. Expert service guaranteed.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairygold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com. Simplot Grower Solutions, we believe our responsibility to the planet begins right here in our community, where we live, work, and play. Unity and pride drive a winning team of farmers, partners, and Simplot employees who work hard to feed our local communities and the world beyond. It's an honor to support the community that has supported our business year after year and generation to generation. Thanks for your partnership. Check out our website at simplot.com. Navigating the paperwork mountain that can come with hiring a large temporary work crew can feel overwhelming. Taxes, fines, fees, there's a lot to remember. The guys at Rangeview Ag Labor are ready to help you with all your ag labor needs. Picking, pruning, weeding, harvesting, they'd be happy to help. You can reach the Rangeview Ag office at 509-488-5099. Fully licensed and insured, they have services available to farmers all around the Columbia Basin. Rangeview Ag Labor, 488-5099.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the nights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Okay, we're back under about a minute and a half here before we get going again for the second half of this JV game. The Knights have a narrow 4-point lead over the rival Wahluke Warriors here in Royal. We'll go through the stats here for the Warriors. They scored only 9 points in the first quarter, but came back and had a strong second quarter with 15. Scorers, Orozco with 2, Nunez with 6, Nolasco with 3, Calvario with 2, Jorgensen with 5, Lugo with 1, and Perez with 5. That gets them to 24. The Knights had 16 in the first quarter, tapered off a little bit in the second quarter with 12. Going to the halftime break, Denton Jinks with 2, Gunnar Anderson with 6, Dylan Allred with 2, Carter Noftel with 4, including 2 clutch free throws right at the end of the half with the clock, right before the clock ran out. Delfo with 2, Bennett Brown with 2, and Gage Jinks leading the charge for the Knights with 8. It's like Bennett Brown and Gunnar Anderson are the only Knights with more than 1 foul, and they each only have 2. Anderson won't play a full 4 quarters. He'll be saving some for varsity anyways, but he's going to start the second half. It'll be Dylan Allred, Gunnar Anderson, Dane Ziegler, Andon Delfo, Gage Jinks for the Knights. For the Warriors, it'll be Jorgensen, Nunez, Ramos, Calvario, and Nolasco. Gunnar Anderson with a 3-point shot. Starts off the second half strong for the Knights. Ramos brings the ball down to Nunez. Back up to Ramos. Step through, up and under, bucket is rebounded by Gunnar Anderson. And then you're going to get a foul call on 22. Nolasco. I have him down for 3 or 4. 1-2-2 press. Nunez going to be called on the foul. 2 team fouls already here in the first 34 seconds on the Warriors. Ziegler cuts to the basket. Can't get it to go on the baseline. And they're going to say it's out on the Warriors. Jorgensen to Ramos. I think I've got this roster right. Ramos gets into the lane. Gunnar Anderson deflects the pass, picks up the loose ball. Strong to the basket. Ball strong off the backboard. He gets the miss. Jorgensen with the rebound. Nunez brings it down for the Warriors. Into the lane. Tempted up and under. Kicks it back out to Nunez. Nunez with the floater. Comes out. He gets his own rebound. Second offensive rebound. It's going to be out of bounds on the Knights. Warriors going to inbound the ball underneath their own basket. New shot clock. Ball's thrown up, retrieved by Nolasco. He's going to shoot the 3-pointer. Comes off the front rim. Gunnar Anderson with the rebound. Looking for help, picked up his dribble. Dylan Allred helps him out. To Delfo, back to Allred. In the lane, floater. A little heavy, a little off balance, trying to avoid the charge. Defense by Nolasco. Nolasco ends up with the rebound. Now it's Nunez up top. Dylan Allred on the defense. Into the lane, floater. They're going to say number 5. Dylan Allred's going to pick up his first foul. First team foul. It's going to be a shooting foul. Send Ramos to the line. First one is up and clean for Ramos. His first points of the game. Second one also good. Shrinks the Knights' lead down to 5. Wahluke pressing, and the Knights are going to call a timeout. Maybe make some plans on how to resolve that press. We're going to take a timeout too. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
The Farmers Business Network helps you, the producer, level the playing field by creating unprecedented transparency and competition for your business. We offer direct from the manufacturer convenience and pricing, as well as 0% financing until January 2021 on all chemical, seed, equipment, and operating loans. Be sure to check out our website at fbn.com. Or better yet, contact your local Washington representative, Michael Hebden, at 509-989-9756. That's Michael Hebden at 989-9756. Proudly serving farmers first.
Okay, 6 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Knights with the ball and a 5-point lead. And stay in a man extended defense here. It's Wahluke. Right. Delfo gets it out to Allred. Allred back out to Gage Jinks. Up and under, gets in the lane. Free throw line. And smooth Gage Jinks with his 10th points of the game. Jorgensen dribbling on the right wing. Down low, defended by Gunnar Anderson. They're going to say that Gunnar came over the back and committed the foul. Should be Gunnar's third if I have that right. Won't be a shooting foul, so it'll be Jorgensen. Sorry about that. We're still in the slideshow. Rebound by Allred. Nice bringing the ball down. Gage Jinks, a little high dribble, doesn't get called for it. Gets it to Anderson, tries to roll in the lane, and gets it picked off by Nunez. Nunez converts the layup. Stay with the press here, all the way over to Ziegler. Ziegler calms things down, gets the ball to Anderson on the right wing, back up to Ziegler. Dylan Allred on the left wing, 3-point shot, and it's blocked by the lengthy Calvario, and then he gets the ball back. And the easy bucket. Good surge here to cut it down to 3. A little bit of a lazy pass. Delfo gets his own missed shot. This one, another block by Calvario. He's coming down 1-on-3. He's going to kick it up to Nunez. No, Ramos. Ramos misses the bucket underneath. Rebound goes to the Knights. Going to be a foul call on 22. I have him for 5, but it may only be 4. Couple substitutions for the Knights. Noftel's going to come in for Ziegler. For the Warriors, Tirado comes into the game, as well as Madrigal. Knights press, break the press, ball to Noftel. Pass to Gunnar Anderson. And a little bit too much passing there. Noftel probably should have shot the layup himself. Instead, the Warriors come down and convert and draw this game within 1. So it's been a back and forth battle here. Delfo looking to shoot the 3, thinks better of it. Jinks at the free throw line extended. That one comes out. Battle for the rebound to the Warriors, taken down by Tirado. Ramos with the ball, right wing. Gets around Allred, not quite, but nice pass to Nunez. Looking for the foul, doesn't get it. Delfo with the ball, gets it to Noftel. Noftel got the ball underneath, gets it to Allred. Allred floater. And nice pass and nice conversion. Dylan Allred with his up to 4 points here in the game. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Knights nursing a 3-point lead. Nunez in the lane off the screen. And a nice spin to the basket. And he's up to 10 points. Delfo, 3-point shot long. It's going to go out of bounds off of Wahluke. Detton Jinks into the game, replacing Delfo. Noftel to inbound underneath the Knights basket. Back out to Allred, short. Noftel with the rebound. Down there in the trees, kicks it out to Anderson. Allred gets his own rebound. That time, Jorgensen gets to it, and he's going to get called for the foul. That's Andrew Jorgensen's second foul, I believe. He's going to put Dylan Allred to the line, shooting 2. Allred's free throw falls out. Be a sub. Bennett Brown's going to come in for Gage Jinks. Allred misses the front end, but it's a 2-shot foul. He'll get a second. That one goes down. Knights up 2. Nunez with the ball for the Warriors. Knights in a man-to-man defense. Gunnar Anderson cuts off the baseline. Nunez into the lane. Floater comes out. Gunnar Anderson with the rebound. 3 on 4. He's going to pull it out. Needs to get it to some help. Dylan Allred. Denton Jinks was down low. They missed him. Bennett Brown with the pass that's knocked out of bounds by Arazo. Knights will have the ball. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Bennett Brown looking for help. Carter Knopfel up top. Waiting for things to set. Gets it to Gunnar Anderson. Anderson into the lane around Jorgensen. Floater's no good. He gets his own shot. Go up strong and converts. Gunnar Anderson with his 5th point of the quarter, 11 points overall. Jorgensen with the deep 3. That's a NBA range, and it goes down. Back to a 1-point lead for Royal. Jorgensen knocks the ball away. Good press. Gets the ball rolling back to the basket. Comes up short. Bennett Brown pulls it down. Gets it to Knopfel. Knopfel waiting for help. And they'll stay with the full court press. They're going to say Allred carried the ball. Turnover to the Warriors. A chance to take the lead in the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Three-point shot from the left side. Comes off hard. Dylan Allred with the rebound. Double team. Kicks it out to Gunnar Anderson. Gunnar Anderson gets to it. And ultimately a turnover as he tries to get Denton Jinks, but too quick of hands by Madrigal for the Warriors. Madrigal with the ball up top. Gets the shot off. Gets it to go. Sloppy defense for the Knights. Foul's going to be on Jinks, I believe. That'll be his second. Third team foul. Puts Madrigal to the line. The 1-point lead. Looking to make it a 2-point lead. Comes off short. Dylan Allred does a good job. Gets the rebound. And then we're going to get a foul call. Foul's going to be on 33 for the Warriors. Torado. It's going to be the 4th, 5th team foul. Staying with the press here. Gunnar Anderson. They're going to get the foul on Arazo. 6th team foul. So after this, the Knights will be shooting 1-1. Anderson at the top. Gets it to Allred. Knopfel rolling to the basket. Doesn't get it to him. Now Bennett Brown rolling to the basket. It's going to be blocked, but Gunnar Anderson's there for the putback. That comes off. And Lugo with the rebound. Lugo up top. Tries to get around Anderson. Helped by Denton Jinks. Dylan Allred with the ball. Secondary break here. Knopfel out top. Gets the screen. Anderson with a 3-point shot. And he gets it to go. Gunnar Anderson with his second 3-pointer. And 8th point of the quarter. Lugo up and under move. High off the backboard. Tries to get his own follow. But the Warriors do come down with it. Nunez steps up and under. And doesn't get called for the travel. Lugo with a 3-point shot. and he gets it to go. So neither team able to really seize control. Lugo with his first made field goal. Going to get called for the travel. Denton Jenks coming down, got cut off and pulled his pivot foot before he could get rid of the ball. Warriors with the lead, 1-point lead and the ball, and a chance to get a half-court shot off here at the buzzer. Comes off the rim, no good. So reverse of fortunes here as the Knights now trail the Wahluke Warriors by a score of 42-41. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back here to bring the final quarter for you in just a minute. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com. Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
So after a 4-point lead at halftime, the Knights get outscored 18-13 by the Warriors and start this quarter down by 1 point, with guys sharing quarters and swinging things around. We'll see what the lineup looks like here for the Knights as they go to the fourth quarter. It's going to be Delfo, Denton Jenks, Gage Jenks, Dane Ziegler, and Dylan Allred to start the game for the quarter for the Knights. For the Warriors, it'll be Jorgensen, Madrigal, Calvario, Mendoza, and Arazo. Jorgensen, right wing, looks for the three-point shot. No, he dumps it to Calvario. And comes off. Gage Jinks with the rebound, gets it to Dylan Allred. Committed to this press, whether it's after a made basket or after a rebound. Turnover on the Knights. Press seems to be working. Knights having a hard time getting through it cleanly and being able to set up the offense. Jorgensen up top, down to Calvario. Travels, a little hop, skip, and doesn't get the ball dribble before he starts his feet. That was going to be an over and back. Instead, it's a stolen, but defended well by Gage Jinks. Gets it to Delfo. Delfo coming down the right side. Turns it back out to Gage. Gage gets into the lane. To Denton Jinks. Ball short. Jorgensen with the rebound. Needs to get that up off the backboard. Madrigal to Arazo. Mendoza with the floater. It's going to be white ball, knocked out of bounds on the hustle play by Arazo to try to get to it. Two-three press here. Knights look like they got a clean break on it that time, and they do. Delfo gets to the lane on the right side with the layup. And the Knights up by one. Jorgensen with the deep three. And that is good. Back and forth game here. Gage Jinks looks to get into the lane. Free throw line. Gathers, elevates. Doesn't get it to go. Ball bounces around before Madrigal brings it down for the Warriors. Mendoza tries to get it back to Madrigal. Saved by Gage Jinks. Ball gets thrown back to him. He's coming down the middle of the lane. They're going to get a bump by Madrigal, number 11. Should be 17 foul. Should be shooting a 1-and-1 on the 17 foul. It'll be Gage Jinks shooting the 1-and-1 with a chance to tie things up. 6 minutes left in the game. Comes out Dylan Allred scrambles to get to it, but he cannot. And it will be the Warriors' ball. Leading by 2, Madrigal. Knights staying in a man defense. Delfo on Jorgensen. A little bit of an arm bar there to try to slow him up. Madrigal again rotates down to the left wing. Calvario on Jinx. Madrigal. Spin move. Well defended. Dylan Allred stays on the ground there. Calvario with the hop skip. And we're going to get a travel call, but we're going to get a shot clock violation either way. Pick your poison, I guess there. Good defense by the Knights to make the Warriors work. Now they got to get something going on the offensive end. Trailing by 2. Ziegler with the deep 3. And Jorgensen with good rebounding position for the Warriors. Mendoza out to Madrigal. Madrigal tries to get around Jinx. Help defense is there. Be a foul call on the Knights. I didn't catch who the foul was on. They'll put Madrigal at the line. Makes the first one. For his 5th point, looking for his 6th. Bennett Brown's going to replace Denton Jinx. That one comes out. Bennett Brown with good rebounding position over Jorgensen. The Knights trail by 3, 5 minutes left in the game. Delfo down to Ziegler. Brown rolls to the basket, drop step. And he's going to get the foul call. Foul's going to be on Madrigal. It'll be 18 foul, but shooting foul, so he gets 2 free throws either way. First one rolls off. He'll get a second one. Brown's got 2 points so far in the game, all in the first half. That one does go. Knights within 2. Ball at the baseline. Rotates around to the top. 3-point shot. Comes off. Bennett Brown with the one-handed rebound. Brings it down, secures it. Allred into the lane, but blocked. And it falls right back to him with nobody around him for the bucket and the tied game. Jorgensen, 3-point shot, comes off strong, attempted by Arazo, but the Warriors get their own rebound. There'll be a hand check foul by Delfo, 5th team foul. So it'll just be an inbound play. For the Warriors, Tirado is going to replace Calvario. And open look, comes off short, rebounded by the Warriors. Poor block out for the Knights. Into the lane, give and go. And 1. Foul's going to be on Bennett Brown. The bucket's by number 12, Nunez. Nunez with his 12th point of the game extends the lead to 2, a chance to make it 3. Bennett Brown, I have that as his 3rd foul, 16 foul. Free throw is good. Ziegler back to Brown. Brown drop step, and he's going to call for a travel as he's trying to get that contact. Oh, they're actually going to call him as a charge, I believe. 7th team foul. Nobody defends Nunez into the lane. Another easy bucket as he's taking control of this game right now. And a 5-point lead for the Warriors. Knights are going to take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout too. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
Navigating the paperwork mountain that can come with hiring a large temporary work crew can feel overwhelming. Taxes, fines, fees, there's a lot to remember. The guys at Rangeview Ag Labor are ready to help you with all your ag labor needs. Picking, pruning, weeding, harvesting, they'd be happy to help. You can reach the Rangeview Ag office at 509-488-5099. Fully licensed and insured, they have services available to farmers all around the Columbia Basin. Rangeview Ag Labor, 488-5099.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service. For tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
3.5 minutes left, and the second half has been, all the momentum has been with the Warriors. They had a 1-point lead at the end of the third quarter. Now they have a 5-point lead with 3.5 minutes left. And the story has been this press. The Knights have struggled to beat the press. Bennett Brown gets it in the middle, kicks it to Ziegler. Ziegler on the baseline, and just not able to, that was an odd location. Not sure whether to use the rebound or the backboard or not. It comes off the backboard. Turnover, Bennett Brown in the right place at the right time as they try to feed the ball to Jorgensen. Quick hands by the Warriors, but aren't able to pick up the steal. And the Knights a little tentative here now on the offensive end. Ziegler out to Jenks. Jenks gets into the lane with the floater. This is what he does well. That one comes off. And the rebound goes to Dillon, all red. Gage Jenks. Nope, gets it knocked away by Jorgensen. And Arazo comes out with it. Gets the lead pass. It's missed. We're going to get a rebounding foul on Delfo. Going to be 8th team foul. It's going to be shooting 1-1. It's going to put Torado at the line. Knights trying to figure out how to break this press and set up the offense here to close out this game. Torado with the miss. He pulls the ball away from Ziegler. Gage Jenks comes out him on a long rebound. He's going to get called for the travel stutter step as he's trying to get to Delfo, cutting along the baseline, and just hesitates enough that he doesn't get the ball away before he takes the extra step. Warriors with the ball. Nunez up top. Moving screen by Jorgensen. Allows Nunez to weave all the way to the basket. And he's been the story here for sure in the second half. Scored a ton of points. Gage Jenks gets away with the carry, and then Delfo with the three-point shot. That's flat. He had a good game a couple weeks ago, but that really hasn't been his forte, and so better off to get the ball inside if he can, where he does have an advantage. Three-point shot comes up short. Bennett Brown with the rebound. And aggressive. I think they're going to call the foul. They're going to call the foul on Torado. 33. 19 foul, so it's going to put Brown at the line. Shooting the 1-1. Minute and a half left. And the Warriors have pushed out to a 7-point lead here. So 1-1. It's an air ball. So it'll go automatically to the Warriors, even though the Knights got the rebound. Minute and a half left. Knights gonna have to take some chances here. They're gonna do a press of their own. Bennett Brown with the rebound. And Jorgensen steps in with the tie-up. It's going to go to the jump ball. Possession goes to the Knights. All red to Jenks. Back to Allred. And it really looks like it's a two-man press out front and then on the front court and then the half court. On the back court, you're getting a man-to-man defense. Dylan Allred at the line after the foul. 10th team foul, so he'll shoot 2. Allred gets that one to go. He's got 8 points here in the game, looking for his 9th. That one doesn't go. Rebound comes out to the Warriors. Nearing a minute left, 6-point lead. Nunez thinks about the three-point shot, but doesn't need to shoot it. We're going to get a 30-second timeout on the Wahluke Warriors coach. We'll stay here with you. 1 minute and 6 seconds. Knights had a 4-point lead at halftime. Now they trail by 6. Going to take a few things to bounce their way for sure. They're going to have a chance to pull this off. The Warriors have the ball and the 6-point lead. It's going to be Brown and Allred, Delfo, Ziegler, and Gage Jinks for the Knights. For the Warriors, it'll be Arazo, Nunez, Nolasco, Tirado, and Jorgensen. Tirado with the ball up top, defended by Bennett Brown. The Knights got to take some chances here and jump some passing lanes. Not playing tight enough defense right now. Delfo is going to get called for the hand check, and it's going to put Jorgensen at the line. 9th foul on the night, so he'll be shooting the 1-and-1. After this, he'll be in the double bonus. First one looked like it was coming off, and then finds the bottom of the net. Second one does come off. Delfo with the rebound. The Knights trail by 7. Need to be in a bigger hurry than this. Delfo to Allred. Allred with the smaller man, gets around him, and he's going to get fouled. Stop the clock. It's going to be Jorgensen with the foul. Shooting 2 for Allred. Allred's had a pretty strong performance in his first showing here in the season. He's got 8, looking for his 9th. That one's good. Can't afford to be missing free throws. He only makes 1 of 2. We're going to get a timeout call. It's going to be a full. We'll take a timeout too. You're watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
At Simplot Door Solutions, we believe our responsibility to the planet begins right here in our community, where we live, work, and play. Unity and pride drive a winning team of farmers, partners, and Simplot employees who work hard to feed our local communities and the world beyond. It's an honor to support the community that has supported our business year after year and generation to generation. Thanks for your partnership. Check out our website at simplot.com.
Black ball after the one made free throw by Allred. After the made basket, so the Warriors can run the baseline. Jorgensen's going to get fouled by Gage Jinks. That's just Gage's second foul. But it is the 10th team foul, so he'll shoot 2 free throws. This is Jorgensen. First one goes in. Warriors looking to take an 8-point lead with 36 seconds left. Have all but secured the win here. That one does come off. Fight for the rebound. Goes to Brown. Brown to Allred. Jenks up top. 3-point shot. Air ball. Hits the inline. Ball goes to the Warriors. 28 seconds left. 7-point lead. Delfo reaches out and fouls Nunez. Nunez makes sure his shorts are still on. It's going to stop the clock with just under 27 seconds left. Put Nunez at the line. Nunez has been the player of the game for sure for the Warriors. Had 6 in the first half. Has 11 in the second half so far. Misses that one. He'll get another. Looking for his 12th point of the half. And 18th overall. That one also comes out. Ziegler with the rebound. This press is going to slow things up a little bit for the Knights. They got to get the ball down court. Brown to Allred. Allred kicks it out to Ziegler. Ziegler needs a screen to get a shot off. He doesn't get it. Back out to Allred. Allred with the deep 3. That comes off. Allred with another one. That one does go. It's going to count. A bit inconsequential, but does boost Allred a little bit there in his first game of the year. The Knights end up losing by 4, 55-51. So after a 4-point lead at halftime, the Warriors reverse that and outscore the Knights by 8 points in the second half to come up with a 4-point win. Well-fought contest, well played. And so glad to have been able to bring that action to you. We're going to take a break here. I'm going to shut things down and restart them a little bit later here when it's time for the girls' varsity game to start. You have been watching Royal Knights basketball at Royal SD Live.